Welcome back to Making Team Projects Work. We know how much students hate team projects, and we're here with ideas from students for students. In this week's video, we have David Brescia, a sports and entertainment major at Nazareth University. David, what is your number one tip for making team projects work?
Yeah, so my number one tip, it sounds super simple, but I think it's important, and that's communication. I truly believe that like communication is one of the biggest factors into success in a project, and even in life in general. Like a lot of problems, I think, are a result of a lack of communication. And that's just something that I want to be good at. I want to be a good communicator, and I think when you establish that in a group project, it really sets the tone and allows you to take the project and do it with excellence. So that is like my biggest thing I bring to the table when I'm working on a group project. I want to make sure that we're all communicating, staying on the same page, because you can have the smartest people in your group, but if you don't work good together, if you don't communicate, then your project is going to be kind of all over the place. So one of the biggest things for me is just starting off right off the bat. One of my professors actually has done this, and it's been amazing. Creating like a group charter. So before the project even starts, like getting together with your group, communicating on what it's going to look like, who's going to do what, the timeline for it, kind of pinpointing people's strengths and like utilizing it, because that's another factor is like you want to utilize people's strengths. So just having that all in one document that you can reference throughout the whole thing is super important. And then it just allows you to communicate through that. Like you set the standards, and if someone's not following through on it, you can go back to it. And also, communication is key too, because life is crazy. And just like, say your mom's sick or you're taking care of someone and you had to skip work, you're not just going to skip it without telling your boss. You're going to, or at least you shouldn't, you're going to contact them. And people don't oftentimes approach projects the same way, like class projects. They just won't do their work and they'll leave their classmates frustrated. And they had no idea why they didn't do it, but they're just frustrated. But if you just communicate, simple communication, like, hey, I'm not going to be able to get this done. Can you pick up my slack on this because I have this going on in my life? People are going to be a whole lot more understanding if you communicate that to them. So just like it gets rid of a lot of issues that are we often see in projects. You won't see that as often if you clearly communicate and staying on top of it and respecting your people that you're working with.
Boy, I love the way you tied this communication to both life and work, which really so important. Communicating in general in life and really in work. And that's what we're gearing people up to do when we do these group projects, because the number one thing that employers want is the ability to work in teams. For more tips about improving teams for faculty members and students, check out our book, Making Team Projects Work, published by Taylor and Francis.